knowing your 2-octave major scales will unlock so many different types of songs for you. And today you're going to learn how to play 2-octave scales, and I'm talking every single one of those key signatures found in my scale book, page 7. So let's turn right to it and not waste any time. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jonathan. I've been teaching cello for quite a long time, and we're going to learn how to play every major scale on your cello. Before we begin, I'd like to bring our attention to here, where we have the one fingering to rule them all. It's going to have a 1-2-4 extension, then there will be a shift, another 1-2-4 extension, a shift, a 1-2-4 regular hand position, non-extended, same thing to another shift, 1-2-4, and the shift once again to a 1-3-4. You will notice this is quite common throughout most of these scales, as I'm showing you right here. 1-2-4, 1-2-4, 1-2-4, 1-2-4, 1-3-4. In other words, you can basically play every single scale, save for the C, as long as you start the index finger with the exact same fingering. But for the sake of simplicity, we're going to learn the scales in the order of first sharps and then in the order of flats. And to better demonstrate all this, I'm going to use my electric cello because it has markings. And I'll get back to this at the end of the video if you want to hear all the major scales on this instrument right here. Let's get to the basics. Right here, this is the end of the first position, these 3 dots. Right here is the beginning of the 4th position. And right here is the harmonic A, D, and G, C. We will go all the way up to the B natural right here. We begin our 2-octave scale study here in the first position, open string, C major. Next, in the very order of sharps would be the G major. It's going to start here on the open G. And like I mentioned to you, the one fingering to rule them all, I will play at the end of the video. But to show you the fingerings that I have marked here, for simplicity, we're going to start on the open G. The next scale in our order of scales is the D major scale. And I will show you the basic fingering you will learn. It's very important. It's going to start in an extension. Keep your thumb behind your middle finger. There is a video in the top right of the screen there. Check it out, talking about this extended position. Your hand is going to remain in this position right here. This is the center of everything. It's biology, it's anatomy, and I'm telling you right now, keep your middle finger aligned with your thumb. When you start this, you start like this. You don't walk up into it like a spider. You start in this. Play Bach, and you'll find out if you have good first position extensions, yeah? So this will be an extension across the 2 first strings, and then regular relax, using open strings. My technique for doing this is you want to move during the open string. On the descent, I suggest that you use your thumb to keep you in contact with the back of the neck. It keeps you in tune as you're not touching the fingerboard. Now, all my students learn how to do this technique. Now, here is where the magic happens. Your hand is in the air. You're going to click it up a half step. It doesn't need to be super precise. It just needs to be landing on the +4, extension back, and that is my good suggestion of doing that. The next scale in the order of sharps, this will be 3 sharps: A major, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. Starts here with the extended position on the G string. You cross over to the same extended position on the D string. Then you remain here in the first position, shifting up to the 4th position, 1, 3, and then shifting once more to 5th position, 2, 3. Notice I am making a standard 5th position. Don't try to do anything basic or out of the ordinary. Make a proper 5th position as such. You caught that when I shifted up the thumb on the back of the neck. I'm really being obvious with that. It's going to super help you. Again, shifting to the 4th position and then shifting to the 5th position, still remaining your index finger on the F sharp in the context of this particular 5th position. And if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing. And check out the video on the side right there. I explain 5th position, 6th position, and the 7th position. My name is Jonathan. I love doing this, and I want to appreciate you being here. Ooh, now we begin in E major. Now, E major is the first scale that calls for us to play in what I call the one fingering to rule them all. Now, certainly you don't have to play these fingerings as such. You can still use the open A, but I'm going to use the fingering here indicated in my wonderful scale book available on Amazon. And so it's going to be a 1, 2, 4 extension. You're going to cross over, whole step back, 1, 2, 4 extension, crossover, whole step back, collapse the hand, 1, 2, 4. And then you're going to slide up. There's going to be a whole step difference between this. You see this right here? Here's a whole step difference. Once again, 1, 2, 4. Again, string crossover, whole step back, 1, 3, 4. So again, I'll talk through it and then I'll play it. There's your E. Remember what I talked about the thumb? You're going to put your thumb high. You're going to remain that. Your elbow is going to be at a good level. You're not going to be doing any of this funky stuff. Just keep it straight. Crossover, whole step back. Crossover, whole step back. Collapse the hand into the half position. Now, you're going to make a whole step between that and the last position that you were on since you're remaining on the same string. 1, 2, 4. Crossover, whole step back, 1, 3, 4. Crossover, whole step up. Remaining on the same string, shift all the way back, whole step difference between the two positions. 4, 2, 1. I use a -1 in my pedagogy to indicate the low 1. Crossover, whole step up, extension. Crossover, whole step up, extension. Now without any talking. There's a little note I want to make about vibrato. I'm adding a little bit of vibrato for you guys at home to want the pleasant sound of the cello. But first, you must learn how to play all these scales son vibrato, no vibrato, no vibrato. Build the shape prior to making the variation. I'll talk about that another day, okay? Think about camping in tents. Anyway, the next scale we're going to play is B major. It's exactly a crossover 1/5. Same hand position, extended second position, and then you're going to shift, whole step back to the extended first position, then we're here to the half position, yes. Then we're going to go up to the third position, and then once again to this position right here, the sixth position with a 1, 2, 3. And I always recommend putting your thumbs elsewhere. You can also put it on the back of the cello if you have an acoustic. You'll see that demonstrated at the end of the video. Let's play this. B major, which has 5 sharps. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp. We no longer have any open strings. The next scale we play will be the F sharp major, which has 6 sharps. 6 sharps starts here in the extended third position, then you shift to the extended second position, and then you shift to the lower second position, and then once again to the half position, ending in the third position. If you need any explanation of these positions, I've made videos on my channel, so check it out. I have a playlist about the positions. So now let's play this F sharp major scale, extended third position. Let's go. C sharp major has 7 sharps. The last of all the scales. We're going to start in the half position, then shift to the extended third position, then shift to the upper second position, closed, then shift to the lower second position, closed or non-extended, and then ending in the once again half position as such. Let's do this. C sharp major, 2-octave scale. All 7 sharps. Let us continue in the flats now, starting with the first key signature of flats, the F major, which has 1 flat. You're going to start in the first position here. Again, simple fingerings. If you want to know when it's going to have the 1 fingering to rule them all, I believe it's down here, right here. Here we go. And if you want to know how to use the 1 fingering to rule them all, that happens at the end of this lesson. So in the F major, we play the B flat, which is the second finger here on the G string, and the low one on the A string. Super important that we learn the flats and sharps and their positions. We start in the first position, ending in 4th, with an extension on the A. 1 flat, let's go. F major, 2-octave scale. The next scale is B flat major. Starting again in the first position with the 2, we add the E flat, which is a low one here, and in the outer space between the first and the 4th position here on the A string. We're going to play it as such in the lower 3rd position, so it's going to start here in 1st position, and then we're going to do the low 1 here and here in both these positions on the D and the A string. And then we're going to shift to the lower 3rd position. It straddles the 1st and 4th position. And then lastly, we're going to end in the 6th position. Optional if you want to put your thumb there on the F. So here it is, the B flat major 2-octave scale. Next one is E flat major. Same fingerings, starting here on the C string, but we're going to add 1 flat. If you notice, it's the A flat. So E flat major has B flat, E flat, and A flat. So first position, and then extension here in the first position on the 3rd string, extension once again to the 1-2 on the 2nd string, the D string, shifting to the lower 3rd position, crossover, whole step back, 1-3-4. As such, lower 2nd position. You've learned that before. Let's do it. Here we go. The E flat major 2-octave scale. I think it's time to go on to the A flat major 2-octave scale. Starting here in the extended 1st position, we are shifting to the 4th position. We have added a flat, D flat. That means you have B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. We have effectively lost 2 of our open strings. So we're going to use the 1 fingering to rule them all. It's -1, 2, 4 in the 1st position, shifting up to an extended 4th position, 1, 2, 4, crossover, whole step back, close the hand, 1, 2, 4, crossover, whole step back, 1, 2, 4, and then ending in the 5th position, 1, 2, 3. Let's play this. A flat major, 2-octave scale. The next scale in the order of flats, 5 flats, is D flat major. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. We have effectively now lost 3 of our open strings. Now, if you want to know something particular about this fingering, is that it's going to remain exactly the same as the C sharp major. These are N harmonics. Shown right here on the circle of fifths, you see an overlap between some of these key signatures. And this indicates these are effectively the same tone, frequency, but you are reading it differently. It is thus told to you differently in music for the context of theoretical understanding and composition. As a cellist, you must think in these flats, okay? Even though it's essentially C sharp major, I suggest that you think in these forms of its flats. Let's go. It's going to start in the, as again, the extended 1st position, extended 4th position, crossover, whole step back. Here we are in the lower third position, and then crossover, whole step back, lower second position, crossover, whole step back, half position. Let's now play the D flat major 2-octave scale. G flat major. How many flats? 6 flats. In the order by which they appear on the stave is B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat. And harmonically, G flat major is F sharp major. I suggest you learn them both in these languages. The one fingering to rule them all, of course. Here it is, G flat major, 2-octave scale. And then we end with the C flat major, 2-octave scale. Yes, 7 flats. Notice the pattern. We ended with C sharp and ending with C flat major. And the order of flats is as such on the stave. We have B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, and F flat. Ooh. Yes, of course, we're starting here in the lower third position, lower second position, half position, fourth position, and then up nice here into this position right here, which would be the 6th position. So here we go. Let's play the C flat major 2-octave scale. And that is how you play all of the major scales on your cello. Here, found in my scale book on page 7. That brings us to the end of our lesson. I want to thank you once again for watching my video wherever you are in the world. You are blessed to play cello. It is a wonderful healing instrument. I suggest you use it and learn your scales. It's like learning the alphabet when you learn a different language, for those of you that are learning a different language. And I wish you all a wonderful day, evening, morning, and night, wherever you are in the world. God bless you, and thank you for joining me here on the Cello Coach channel as you travel along your own journey of music discovery. For those of you who have remained to the end of this video, wonderful. I'm going to use this one fingering to rule them all, and I'm going to walk up and play every single scale using this fingering, okay? Using what I call the 0 position on the cello right here. This is the 0 position. This is going to be used for the C major. And this is how you can play every single major scale on your cello with the exact same fingering. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. Let's learn some scales, starting with C major.